Hello everyone and welcome back to Borderlands 2, the DLC quest. I cleaned up my quest log, just in case you're wondering. I've ignored everything except for the quests from this DLC. And I will continue to be vigilant. I just won't do it on screen anymore because it's pretty boring.
Find a nice home in some orc's face.
See, they even redid the voiceovers from the machines. It's pretty nice. The forest of being eaten alive by trees. Cool. Cool story.
Damn! I knew I shouldn't have trusted trees.
Now these tree ants can actually drop the bee shield. Not sure if these ones... I've never seen it drop from these very first ones here, or this very first one, there's only the one. No, the Stumpies definitely can't. If anything, it's only the big tree ants.
Find a jewel on the ground. Maybe the queen left it to mark her trail.
Then we should follow the jewels. They'll lead us right to her.
Yeah, what Big Lily Style said. Just stick to the main road and you'll be ace. I'm coming!
This forest grew from the corpses of my enemies. Isn't that a kick in the ass? Hey, maybe after I kill you, a fern will grow out of your body or something. People like ferns. You ever notice that?
Oh look, a spider! Oh yeah, the fairy that I just shot, it's kind of a random encounter around this place. There's like a fairy and if you kill it, it drops good stuff. I'm not sure exactly what the mechanics of it are, but that's generally how it works. Okay. Oh look, Stumpy. Woohoo, we caught the pixie.
I'll make it happen.
So apparently if you catch her, she heals you. Or in this case, at least she did. You can also shoot her. I think that one restored my shields, maybe. Oh, cool. Iridium. No idea what this one does. But yeah, apparently she just gives me some buffs.
For you.
Ooh, that one's movement speed. That's definitely movement speed. She's marked as an enemy on the map, but as you can see, it's not necessarily a bad thing to have her around. Again, you can shoot her for some loot, but meh. Okay, let's check our quest. I'm going to move over to this one because I happen to know that it's here.
Where you going?
We're exploring.
You may not want to do that. I only balanced the combat on the main path and...
Oh no.
Wait. How in the hell are we supposed to kill these things?
Ah, my bad! I'll fix it! Let me fix it!
Yeah, so there. Ow, 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 ow. Stop exploding when you die. Thank you. Oh look, they actually dropped the bee shield. It's not as good as mine, obviously. I've leveled mine up. So it's on level with me, roughly. I think it's level 40, maybe 41, thereabouts. But yeah, these guys can drop bee shields. So the bees generally... Wow, music. And there's sirens in the background. IRL. Okay, cool. I was gonna say something. Yeah, the other guy who can drop the bee shield is Hunter Hellquist. I think I showed him in the main part of the legendary run. He's pretty easy to farm because he's quite close to a respawn location and there's no real enemies on the way, so you can just jump up and kill him. And there's only the one of him. There's a bunch of tree ants here. I think maybe farming the tree ants is actually going to be more efficient in terms of how many chances you get per time. Don't quote me on that though. If you're interested in farming the bee shield or farming for a really good one, you might wanna make sure and double check that there's forum posts on it. I'm sure, or YouTube guides and stuff like that. I've never done the research into that, so it might be wrong. Oh hey. Okay. Oh, by the way. Fun times! Or not. Okay, never mind. We'll get fun times eventually.
Now that's what we're talking about. Focused, protected, and 100% badass. You got a choice, my hose. Do you bring Ellie the bulky armor, or do you grab the more boobalicious metal bikini for her?
Now, I always went for the bulky armor, because I find it a bit ridiculous what armor for females looks like in fantasy games frequently. But just to mix it up, because I've never actually done it, I'm going for the metal bikini this time.
You wanted the skimpy suit, huh? I guess I could make an eye patch out of it or something.
Ooh, roll 2 dice. I've never gotten a double 20, by the way. I've played through the DLC 4 or 5 times, and yeah, never a double 20. Okay, so at an 11 you get greens. Cool. I know you're coming to life. Why not just get over it? Thank you. Now, don't destroy me. Don't! I said don't destroy me! Okay, well, this is useless. Let us continue with the... Oh, did I already miss a crumpet? I think I did, right? Yeah. And that's why you want to do the crumpet quest as you go along, because then sort of just along the way to your other quests you'll get them. Whereas otherwise I don't think you can actually pick them up before it's kind of time for it. And then you'd need to backtrack through the levels. I think this DLC does a much better job of not forcing you to go through areas multiple times. I might be wrong on this. I mean, there's definitely some backtracking. Maybe I'm just noticing it less because the DLC just generally is more fun. Oh, I'm full, cool. But I seem to recall that there's less overall backtracking. Nope, crumpets first. Protected by spiders. I don't get why people are so scared of spiders. They are such cool creatures. Well, there's one cool thing. It's completely unrelated to the game or anything, but I told my grandparents this sort of recently, maybe a few months ago. They were over for dinner. Anyway, conversation just randomly went there, and you know, when you buy just any kind of clothing or something that's made from silk, very expensive, I'm aware of that, but it's not spider silk. It's very difficult to make clothing from spider silk because collecting it is such a hassle. It's been done a few times, but more as a sort of fun project, never commercially. Spider silk is just a pain to harvest. What was the usual approach was gathering silk from silkworms, sort of caterpillars. Just because they're much easier to get to spin silk, because they constantly trace a safety line behind them, and it's just a lot easier to deal with. But at some point, genetic engineering has progressed to the point where it's been possible to take the silk-making gene from spiders and put that gene into a goat. And then you don't quite get silk strings from the goat, but you get the proteins that make up the silk from the goat's milk.
Tina, I need you to do me a favor and eat some salad.
No.
Morty, hold her arms. Frick, keep her mouth open.
No, you food fascist! You can't.
Don't let her bite you too hard, bitch. She gets a taste of blood, we're gonna have problems.
Okay. And that in itself is probably not terribly interesting. I mean, I guess it's kind of cool, but, you know. The point about it is that the ability to... oh, it's a Stumpy. To take genetic material from a spider and then almost have a goat that produces silk, because you can basically use the proteins from the goat's milk and turn it into silk. It's not very difficult anymore. And that's actually a way that's used, I think not exclusively, but it is a method that is actually being used to commercially harvest silk. You literally make it from goat's milk that have got a spider gene transplanted into their DNA.
That was beautiful.
Again, as I said, by itself it's not that interesting, but if you think about it for a moment, that's like 2 steps away from actual real-life Spider-Man. It's not quite there yet, obviously, but it's not a million miles away either, if you think about it. I mean, obviously, you don't have to have the goats bitten by a radioactive spider or anything silly like that, but you literally transplant a spider's genetic material into a goat, which is a pretty distant relative of the spiders, and almost the goat produces silk. Not quite, you have to process it from the milk to actually be able to produce something from it, but it's close. And I know when I told my grandparents this, they did not believe it, basically. But it is true. It's not some sort of wacko story. It is actually being done. It is how far genetic engineering has come. It's not even really, from a technical standpoint, it's not even as impressive as like some of the stuff they did to crops to make them resilient to certain pests, and to make them quadruple the yield, and to make them grow in far less hospitable places and all that stuff. It's not even the limit, I guess. And I should probably go for the forest. Oh hey Devlin, I need to talk to you apparently.
Follow me. I believe the queen went this way. Curses! A dead end. There must be some way through. is orcish writing. It says you need to bathe the artifacts in the juices of blah blah blah. Whatever. Looks like you just need to
Collect some blood fruit.
Okay, we'll do.
What the hell? What's a blood fruit?
It's a squishy thing that grows on the trees over here.
Cool. And yeah, it's not the most impressive feat of genetic engineering we as a species have achieved. But just, it sounds very impressive. I got a scratch. Sorry. Okay, so I'm not sure. These guys can drop...
Ouch.
Whoa, you didn't say the blood fruit grew on the tree ants.
Well, they do. Think you're cool enough to grab the fruit
Catch me if you can.
I got her. Yay.
We're best friends, murderers.
These tree ants, by the way, can also drop the bee. Pretty sure. Seem to recall when I farmed for it, I also killed these guys. Incidentally, usually when you it's interesting.
This is for you.
Usually when you get multiple drops of a certain quest item, but you're more than you need basically, then any that are still lying around after you've collected the final one just become unusable. There are various quests, like for the Bullymong hair, one of the very initial quests you might remember. You're supposed to get 4 patches of the hair, but if you never pick them up, you can actually have more than 4 patches lying on the ground, and once you've picked up the 4th one, all the others will not be interactive anymore. In this particular case, they seem to have not done that. Maybe an oversight or something. But yeah, you can just pick up the other ones. It has no effect whatsoever. It just looks a bit weird because the quest marker doesn't disappear from the world, as you saw. I still had those markers on the ground there after I picked up the fruit, but yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the way you...
Now smear it on the artifacts, please.
It doesn't affect the way you can interact with the quest in any way. Just a little detail I just noticed. Alright, let's go to the Immortal Woods. But yeah, basically, through genetic engineering, give it 50 years or so and Spider-Man will basically no longer be fiction. I mean, obviously it's not quite Spider-Man, but you get my point. It's not miles away from it.
Where's your birdie? Your little birdie friend.
My bullets
Tina,
aren't
I
magic,
told you
but
what
they
happened to
are
Bloodwing.
cheap.
So anyway, she's so cute. Where is she?
Let's just play the game, all right?
Okay, cool.
I see a badass!
I killed a badass.
Fantastic.
Even the random quips from the enemies are kind of fun in this DLC. As I said, I quite enjoy it. Probably shouldn't have spent all my iridium on upgrading random weapons that I don't even use though. Or weapon capacities rather. Cool story, bro. Okay, we have a bunch of side quests need to do here, so...
Please stop.
Might as well start with this one. Why not? Actually, no. We're at 20 minutes. I don't want to have these episodes run so long all the time. So I'm just gonna end it here. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.